Hi everybody, this is Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. We have an amazing class in store for you tonight. I wouldn't say it's my biggest class to date, but it is pretty near the top of the list for a number of people who took this class. I think it could easily have been the biggest class if we would have planned accordingly. Who knows how many people are going to want a certain class at a certain time. And then all of a sudden you can't get the product anymore. And I am down to having no stars left to make more, and like literally a few left to put our cards together tonight. So it's good though. It's nice to sell out of a class, but you guys, we've been sold out of this class for probably, I would have to say, about a week and a half or 2 weeks. Is that not crazy? It's awesome to sell out of a class. I'm sad, but it's also a good thing. I will tell you guys, we have a kitty with me here. I had to beg him to move over. So there's our bigger Tigger. We're sharing a chair until he gets sick of me sitting on his feet. So I know you guys are always curious, well, where are the kittens? There might be some more kitten sightings around. Hunky is roaming around. Honey Bee is roaming around, which is good. They're back to being their normal selves. Honey's surgery was what now? 3 weeks ago? What is today? The 20th? Her surgery is the 7th. No, 2 weeks. And so she's out of it 2 weeks and out of surgery 2 weeks now. And she's back to being full of her full energy. Grandma Diane helped take the stitches out on Saturday. So her belly is back to she's not itching at it so much, which is good. So yeah, so the cats are doing good, you guys. So you will see them around here. All right, and the video popped up. So I'm excited, you guys. We have a few new people that have never taken a class with me watching for the first time tonight. So I did my best to get on right at 6. I know I was just a couple minutes after, but I was like, I gotta be on time. Otherwise, I know people start reaching out to me and where are you? Where are you? And I'm like, just be on time, and then people won't ask. Hi, Mary Lemke. Hi, Angelique. Hi, Jennifer Jones. There's Susan Bellamy. Hi, Judy Sharp. Oh, hi, Sandy Wicklander. And there's Elizabeth as well. Hi, Karen and Barbara. Jenna's here already. Susan. Wow, you guys are rocking and rolling right in. Hi, Pat Fleming. Hi, Sandy Suetta. There's Carolyn Ketchmark and Carol Alanis. I love it. You guys, we had 108 people that signed up for this class. One of the kits was going to be set aside for me, and I gave up that set because it had product tied to it, and so it's already sold. And so I went upstairs and I cut some card bases and mats, and hopefully I cut my stuff correctly. So I do have Carolyn Ketchmarks here to show you guys what it's all about, because I haven't mailed out her kit to her yet. We have a couple other things. I got a hot mess going on. I don't know if you guys can see on the side here. On the countertop, it's full of plastic looking things up there. Those are all what we worked on. Hi, Deb Norman. Hi, Karen Stagg. Hi, Carolinas. Hi, Sherry Martin. We worked on kitting up game night, which is coming up next week. I can say it now. It's next week, Wednesday. You guys, we are Monday now. There's no live class for you guys. It's Thanksgiving here in the States. Hi, Linda Scott. Hi, Joanne Kahn. It's Thanksgiving here on Thursday, and I am not going to be doing live. I will be with my family doing family things, and I'll be honest with you, I think I'm going to be working on the DSP sampler out at my mom and dad's house. My brother Tom is coming down from Stevens Point, and he helps me kit it up. So my Aunt Karen's already cut the little swatches. I think you guys like it when I show you stuff. I don't know if it's too much or not, but this is, I don't know if that's gonna work. Hang on, let me turn oh, there it is. Okay, there was too much light coming in. So oh man, it's going dark. Okay, right here, that whole pile right there is what is going to need to be cut for the DSP sampler. So I got a pile of designer series paper here. Hi Hildy, this is the class. Hi Melody Miller. Hi Deb. Hi Jean Terlager. I I have to cut all that DSP. I shouldn't say I have to. I get to cut all that DSP this week by Wednesday. And then my brother prints the little labels up in Stevens Point. And then we cut everything and then we kit it out by my mom and dad. They've got a nice island out there, and then we can be with my family while we work. Hi, Deanna Estelle. So that's on the docket for later. I sent the PDF document to my gal Rachel, who does the printing for me. I think we have about 20 signed up, and I'm making 30. I hope that's not too many. So if you guys are wondering what the DSP sampler is, I don't want to move because the cat will take over the entire seat and I'll have to wedge my butt back into the chair. And I don't feel like having to do that again at the moment. Hi, Mary Sykes. Hi, Debbie Gast. Mary sent a message last week. Yes, Mary, I have a message I need to get back to you. I have you highlighted that I need to get back to you. I have a few people. I know if Lisa Sharkey's listening or watching, I have to get in touch with her for game night. Game night is sold out as well, but I was able to, I added on 8 more sets of that class and they're gone already. Hi, Sharon Land. We were planning for 60 and then all of a sudden like 60 were gone, and we just kitted them up today. We kitted up game night and the translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack. So we kitted for 68 and I believe they're all gone. So yes, Mary Sykes, I will definitely check that message. Now that you said that, I do have to go back through my text messages. They're actually my Facebook messages. My text messages, you guys. Hi, Anna Carter. Anna, I have your Playing in the Rain on the counter over here for you. So we got to connect too. Different messages come in different ways. So like when you guys text me, I can pin your text to the top of my messages so that if I don't have a moment to respond, hi, Linda Meyer, I can go and pin it. And so I can easily see it. Debbie Gast, your email is not read because I need about 15 minutes to sit down, reformulate my brain as to what you all have and what you all are wanting to get and where you're at. Debbie, I need to like focus when I come to your when it comes to you. How does game night work? So Linda, we can talk about that when we're making cards tonight. And then if your Facebook message, I can't pin you to the top, but I can at least mark you unread so that when I scroll back down, I can see you bolded and then I know I need to get back to you. Emails are the same way. I can like bold people. So it's a whole process, you guys. I mean, especially when you're all messaging me at different ways and communicating with me all across the board. It's a lot to keep track of. And I'm the only one that checks my emails and my Facebook messages and my voicemails. And hi, Sherry Stewart. So yeah, it gets to be overwhelming. So you guys, I appreciate your patience and you appreciate my patience. And so together we make it work, right? So Linda Scott, once we get going on making cards, I'll try to like talk about game night for next week. When we do game night is the 29th. And again, it's sold out. So you're going to see the cards and you're going to be like, oh man, I missed out on these fun folds. You guys are loving the fun folds. The class tonight, we're making, I'll show them to you. I have the cards right here. We're going to make these momentarily. They're the Oh Holy Night ink, paper, scissors. So 4 fun folds. I'll have the PDF for this class in my online store. So let's say you missed out on doing this class. I'll have the PDF in my online store either later tonight or first thing in the morning. And then this one's my favorite. This is my favorite. So then that opens up and it goes like that. So we're going to make these soon. Like just give us a little time and we'll start working on these. The game night cards, just so you guys know, they're these. Hi, Catherine Healy. Hi, Cindy Bassett. Yes. So Cindy, good call. Cindy just asked if any of the paper pumpkins right there are available. They are. I have 3 available at the moment. Hi, Mary Jane Keepert. So they're there. So Cindy, if you want one of these, just tell me, yep, you want one, and then reach out to me via email, and I'll make sure to set one aside for you. These are what we're going to be doing next Wednesday, you guys. So this is a gift card holder. So we just got that kitted up today. This one is a fun fold like this on a toggle kind of on the inside like that. And then this one is a fold like that. Nice fun folds. And then this is like a gatefold. Hi, Carmen Melendez. Hi, Vicky Rodriguez. You found me. Yay. And that opens like that. So that's what we're doing next Wednesday. They are fun cards. I am also excited to show you guys. I have my prize packages for next week for game night. there's gonna be 5 of these. I have 6 so that the last person can still choose between 2, but I have Garden Meadow. I have Lovely and Sweet now the rest of these are out of the brand new mini catalog that starts in January. Hi, Lucille. Hi, Susan Wormley. Hi, Maria Gilbertson. So that one's perennial postage. So these are some of the new products that are going to be available to everybody starting, I think, on January 4th or 5th. The hot air balloon, and then Notes of Nature and Painted Lavender. So very, very cool. So these are the prize packages for game night for next week, not next month. So next week. So that's fun. You guys, here's another little note. The last chance products and the carryover products have been announced. You can't see this. I know it's hard to read, but you can get your own copy of this on my website. So if you go to cardsbycrispy.com, that's where all my stuff is. Anything you need from me is really out there. If you go to cardsbycrispy.com and go to the blog and news, newsletter and files, I have these documents out here. So my class schedule is there. My new schedule is coming soon. The online exclusive flyers there, the mini catalog last chance, and the carryover list are there. So for those that are newer to me, this is where I house my documents that you might want to have access to. The sample recipes for the catalog are in there. The color coach charts, the used stamp sale guidelines, and a recipe card form are there. So that's where you guys can find these 2 documents that I'm going to show you. And I'll be honest with you, maybe somebody can help me. I didn't verse myself in when the last chance sale starts, but they have a discount percentage off of some things that is noted on that one column. I know it goes through January 3rd and while supplies last, but I didn't note the date that this starts. And every time there's a last chance list, what about the cow? I can't get the cow yet. Oh, Lucille is Luann. That's right, Luann. You might have to remind me of that from time to time. I don't always remember that stuff. Hi, Jeanette from Australia. Hi, Kay Weir. Linda. So the cow isn't available. Like, I can't buy the cow. So we could only order demonstrators who signed up for On Stage. That was on November 11th. They got to order from something called the Product Purchase Premier. And those bundles were available to us. And I ordered the sweets for myself, and then I ordered the bundles to give away as prizes for people. Hi, Karen Wetstein. Carolyn Ketchmark. Oh my gosh. Carolyn just said that sale starts tomorrow. Deb Norman, Mary Lemke, Maria, you guys are all on it. Angelique, you guys are amazing. Karen said it too. Oh man, Faye, the 21st. All you guys came in right at the same time and said that. So, all right, so the last chance starts tomorrow, okay? While supplies last. Whew, good call, you guys. I knew somebody would be able to help me answer that question. Okay, so the cows will be available starting December 5th for customers. And if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, discount shopper, hobbyist, you can start pre-order, I think on December 5th is when you could potentially order the cows. So I want to also call out here, I have a little bit of Happy Mail. I have 2 things I want to share with Happy Mail. This one is from Maria Gilbertson. This was a swap card from the team swap party, and I already showed off all the other cards from that swap, and so I wanted to share this one with you. This is featuring the Winter Meadow. That is a very cool die back there. Maria, you might tell us what the name of that is. It's super pretty to have that texture back there. And then this one came to me from Anna Rebedu, who is on my team, that Crafting for You bundle, and it was awesome. She used grid paper, and then she cut it out with a deckled rectangle and used the scallop contours. And so she just sent me a little note that says, congratulations on my achievements and that I inspire everybody. Keep up the good work. And I love that, sending you a handmade hug. So thank you for that, Anna. All right, so that's the little bit of Happy Mail I got. And I do want to also show you guys what the translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack looks like. Oh, we have class on Monday, you guys, the 27th. We're doing the translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack, which is going to be 4 cards, and you're going to make, with the class, you can make 16. So everybody gets this packet, and I walk through during the class how to cut your designer paper, merge it into your packet, and then successfully and efficiently make 16 cards. that look like this, and there's going to be 4 designs, 4 of each card, and this one and this one. This was, you guys might remember from Share, Create, Inspire. That was that card. And then this one is a fun fold, actually. Hi, Gwen Simmons. Hi, Jeanette from Virginia. This opens like this, and what's really cool is you get to see the designer series paper on the front and the back of this one. So this class is Monday at 1 p.m. I didn't forget, but I didn't think of it until right now that this class is Monday. And you get, so this one's actually Carol Selinsky's. We just kitted this up today. You'll get the iridescent discs in your kit. You'll get the iridescent ribbon. You'll get 20 Stampin' Up! Envelopes, and then the pack of translucent floral. And then enough cards. So this is what we kitted up today. I worked on cutting this paper. Oh man, it's a lot. 240 cards times 4. We kitted up about 900 cards today, plus game night was 68 times 4. So that's a lot of cards. Brilliant backgrounds is what Maria said that was. So I do have leftover, we have this all kitted up, you guys. So in case anybody still wants to get translucent florals, it is available. Whoa, almost dropped it. It's still available. The class is $55, and if you need it mailed to you, it's $68. Otherwise, porch pickup works too. Okay, so that is still available. I'm ready to get mailed out. You guys, I wanted to throw this out there too. I have one left of this, in case anybody missed out on the Merry, Bold, and Bright Sweet class that I did it was last month. I have one lonely kit from this class left. And last week, Thursday, we did the Joy of Christmas class. Guys, I think I still have about 8 left of this class. In case you were still wondering about this one, I still have about 8 left of that one. So just putting these out there too into the universe in case you guys think you missed out on them. Let's see here. This is what we're going to be working with tonight. This is designer series paper. This is actually Sarah Mitchell's. I did announce last week, in case you guys missed it, I did announce, yes, we were very busy, Anna, definitely. I announced on my live last week, Thursday, that I accidentally ordered too much of this paper that whole night. I forgot that I ordered it. And so I ordered it again for a class, especially it was this class. And ultimately, I've been able to work through that stockpile of accidental ordering versus sending it back to Stampin' Up. Because we needed more for this class for kitting. And I did it after it retired last week. Sometime early last week, the paper went out of stock. So it officially retired because it's no longer available. I put it out into the universe that I'm at. I have about 5 packs left. So I've been able to help people that missed getting it from Stampin' Up through the online store. So instead of me sending it back and returning it and getting something else, I was like, well, now that it's retired, it's retired. So if anybody needs, I have about 5 packs left in case anybody was like, darn, I went to go order and it was gone. And the reason why I'm saying it is because this translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack, if you're getting this class with me, you're already paying for the shipping of a bigger 13 by 13 package. This paper could easily fit in with it, right? So like Sarah Mitchell, I'm able to put this right in with the paper, and it's only like $1 extra for shipping, not like an extra $15 or $10 because of it's an oxy size or so. Okay, so I would have a few of those left in case anybody was still looking for that and needs help getting that. So I didn't want to have to return and pay shipping if I didn't have to. So Rose Garibaldi, please message me. I will make sure to set one aside for you. Email me, text me, Facebook message me, however I think you've emailed me in the past. So it comes out to $15.50 with shipping and tax, I think, and then it's like $1 to ship it to you if you're getting translucent florals. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. If you need it shipped to you and you don't have anything going out, then I gotta weigh it and measure it and all that kind of stuff. And Mary Lemke, if you want one too, and Susan Bellamy. Okay, so you guys, there's 5 of them. Okay, they're gone. Okay, they're gone. Oh man. Okay, so Carolyn, Rose, Susan, Mary, and Karen. Oh man. All right, just like that. So I gotta take a moment, you guys. So Susan, yours can go in your package. Karen Woods, yours can. Mary Lemke, you didn't get the translucent florals. Becky, I think they might be gone, but I can double check. Carolyn. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to write these down. So they're gone. I know they're gone. So if you're after Rose, Carolyn, Susan, Mary, Karen, and Becky, I don't have any more left. They've gone. But we'll have to figure out, for those people who I know have translucent florals Stamp-A-Stack, we're going to get it added to your package. No problem. And it's just a little bit extra for the shipping. So I got them gone. That went really fast. Okay, like hotcakes. Okay, we're going to do a little roll call. See what I started? Yes, Sarah, that's exactly it. See what you started. Yeah, well, good. Hopefully that makes 5 people. So everybody, I have a pack for everybody, okay, that just told me that they wanted, not 2. If somebody said they wanted more than 1, I'm not going to give everybody going to get 1. So, okay, roll call, you guys. Bear with me. This is going to be a lot. Hi, Holly Paplo. Nice, easy solution. Yes. I like to, so my YouTube, if people are watching me for the first time or like in the beginning of starting to watch me, I don't charge for my YouTubes. And I like to say this every time. I don't charge. I do these classes. I enjoy doing this. I love teaching. I love interacting with you. I love inspiring and creating with you. And so I do these classes to help people. Can you add the extra postage to the December classes? So Karen Woods, I'm going to ship. Yes, we will add it to your list and I'll ship it out with what's going out tomorrow to save shipping. I do these classes because I have people that take classes with me and I make them out in the universe for anybody to watch. But I like to give a special shout out and call out to everybody who takes these classes with me because they're the reason that I'm doing these classes. If I wouldn't be selling kits or making these kits, and I wouldn't be doing lives very much, right? Because like I love to do classes. So I want to say shout out to people who bought this class from me. This is my nose started itching. This is a fee-based class. So this class was $32 or $39 if you wanted it mailed. This was not a class that you could get free with an order. So everybody bought this class. And so yay. So we have Karen Wetstein, Francis Rodriguez, Laura Sullivan, Jenna Helms, Judy Sharp, Donna Grushke, Sandy Wicklander, Sherry Everett, Angela Knutson, Shirley Malarkey, Elizabeth Hutto. If you're here, call out that you're here. I love to know when you guys are here. And if you're not, just know you can always catch the replay. It's Diane Meyer's first stamp class. Yay, Diane, welcome to our community. Tammy Steckling, Becky Gandolfo, Connie Moore, Kathy Dolly Nagari, Susan Ray Hendricks, Brenda Cottrell, Christy Wiltshire, Jennifer Jones, Fancy Nancy Billets, Christina Bernards, Cheryl Thomas, Vicky Rodriguez, Pat Fleming, Karen Woods, Sue Spigner, Suzanne Neild, Susan Bellamy, Melody Miller, Sherry Stewart, Sharon Roosh, Anna Carter, Barbara Rudolph, Lisa LaFramboise, Luann Bartling, and then we move to the other page. Latokia Trigg, Mary Carls, Joanne Kahn, Leslie Wheeler, Nedra Dover, Mary Jo Stoll, Pamela Reinhart, Karen Stagg, Mary Jean Kiepert, Faye Godby, Becky Rohr, Helen Chase, Feline Mays, Linda Klug, Linda's first class with me, yay! And she was referred by her friend Joanne, I love it. Sherry Martin, Bonnie Kemen, Deanna Stell, Mary Lemke, Angelique McClendon, Leslie McMinn, Sarah Mitchell, Rose Garibaldi. Yay! This is your first official class too. I remember you had gotten a class recently. I didn't remember it was this one, but yes, this is it. Chris Niebaum, Ileana Viquez, Carla Lake, Marcia Dean, Lillian Riviera Goico. Lillian's very first class with me too. She's down in Illinois. Lynn Beasley, Sue Somerville, Mary Sykes, Carmen Sanders, Pamela Leahy, Carolyn Ketchmark, Angie Ward, Lori Baxter, Catherine Healy, Ruth Nicholson, Linda Kester, Gwen Goda, Gwen Petrashek, Sandy Suetta, Shirley Vanderblumer, Leanne Brown. This is Leanne Brown's very first class as well. She was referred by her friend, Francis Rodriguez. Yay, thank you for those referrals, you guys. Carmen Melendez, Linda Hunt, Debbie Schultz, Sharon Davis, Carol Alanis, Wendy Kruger, Tundra Hudson, Hildy Vilches, Susan Wormley, Lisa Spacek, Penny Powell, Linda Scott, and Beth Karuna, and this is Beth's first class too. Oh, wow. Okay. So welcome to all the newbies in this area, this community. I love it. You guys, there are so many new people that are signed up for class. It was so fun to see some new names. It's awesome. And so thank you to everybody for taking this class with me. I so greatly appreciate your support. You are the reason that I keep making more cards and designing more cards, because you keep taking my classes. So that must be telling me something that you like what I'm putting out there. So I'm going to put my book over here. We will do a door prize drawing later for 2 people that place orders, not place orders, that's usually what it is. 2 people that signed up for this class. So yay, you just got here. You did miss your name. You were like number 4, Laura, so you did miss it. I did say your name. I promise I did. So you guys, what is this suite all about? It is called Oh Holy Night. And every time I was in class, because Diane did this class in person last week on the 14th, and I was saying, oh, holy night, it was late December back in 63. What a very special time for me. Okay, I'm done now. But it's page 14. Yay, Holly loves the classes. Thanks for welcoming all our newbies, too. Okay, so Oh Holy Night has two bundles. So it's called a super suite or a mega suite, however you want to refer to it. But there's 2 scoops of Raisin Bran, Stars at Night and Night Divine. And both of these also have dies that come with them. This one has more of the star dies, I think. And then this one has the manger and the nativity scenes with the animals. I believe, yep, that's how it is. That's what it shows. The stars were part of the suite. You guys, the stars were a hot mess. They were in, they were out, they were in, they were out. And this is literally the amount of stars that I have left in my possession. So basically enough to do the cards for tonight. And then the ribbon was a hot mess too. It's really pretty. It was in, it was out, it was in, and then it's out. I think it's gone permanently. But anybody who got this class with me got a full package of the stars, and they got a full pack of the ribbon. And then there's this Shining Brightly paper, which I believe is out as well now. This designer paper is out. This almost is all gone, I think. I think the bundles are still there. Okay, so let's talk about this designer paper. Oh man. So you guys, when it came to kitting up your designer paper, I'm gonna show you Carolyn's, because Carolyn's is shipping out tomorrow. Yes, Nancy, you're in Canada, and you can definitely buy the PDF once I publish it in my store. So for those that are wanting the PDF because the class sold out, or you're out of the United States, if you go to my website, thecardsbycrispy.com, and you go to shop, and then it's called online classes tutorials. It's not in here now because I have to put the link for the video into the class. But if you go all the way to the bottom, the last class you'll see here was the Stamp-a-Stack. The Berry Christmas from last week's already in here. Joy of Noel from last week. I put this in here. Oh, Carol Lanis. She corrected me, and I appreciate it. I don't like to tell you guys anything incorrectly. But so, Nancy, yes, that's going to be in there tomorrow. So, Carol Alanis just said the ribbon is in and carrying over. So I said something incorrectly. I thought it was not carrying over. And a way that we can check is there's a carryover list here. And Night of Navy and Gold, a 1/2-inch glittered ribbon. Very sweet. Karen Woods corrected me too. So you guys, I stand corrected, and I'm okay with that. I need for you guys to tell me when I say things wrong. I don't ever mean to, but Night of Navy, it's carrying over. So it is in stock. I could have sworn it was out. It was in and out though. So I'm glad to see that it's in. So you guys, in the card kit, you got the 4 envelopes here contain all the papers, die cut pieces that you need. And then you're gonna have a 1/4 pack of the designer paper, and then you'll have your ribbon and your embellishments. And I wanna show you this paper. So I'm not gonna cut Carolyn's for her because I need to cut my own for my kits, but I wanna show you how this worked. So the sheet of paper that looks like this, all right, what you got, you either got this half or you got this half. All right, so when you get it though, because you got it mailed, you got it cut down to 6 by 6. So just so you know, you got a top half of it and you got a bottom half of it. I don't necessarily know if it's going to line up exactly, but that's okay because you're not using this piece for the cards. You're using this piece for the cards. So the difference is, I gotta call this out because this paper is a little bit different. This, you might have a section that looks like this, or you might have a section that looks like this. And depending on what part of the DSP, you're gonna basically have your sandy on the bottom and your sky on the top. You might have a little more or a little less sky, but you're not using this one. You're using this one. So you're gonna wanna pull that out. But just so you know, you either got that half or you got that half. All right, so that's the one sheet. Then this sheet and this sheet. It really looks like this. You either got this half or you got this half. And ultimately it's the bottom section here that you need. So you're not using this piece. You're actually gonna be use this piece. And we're gonna cut that in a moment. So just so you know, you got this other part where we didn't really design anything. You got leftovers. You can use this on your envelope flap if you wanted. Okay, now I have those two pieces. This one, you got, this is gonna be used for one card. And then this is another, I think it goes something like that would be my guess, right? So this is what the piece actually looked like. So you either got this side or you got this side, but ultimately you have the light blue and the dark, which is what you need. You don't use the dark, you're actually gonna be using the light blue, okay? So that's that piece. And then this one is a super cool pattern. You're gonna have two 6x6 pieces. You're gonna have your bottom scene and your top stars, okay? Now, you're either gonna have a city that is like a little higher here, or you're gonna have the city that's a little lower over here. So it's still gonna work. They're gonna be very interchangeable, but I want you guys to understand why your piece of DSP might not be what I'm working with, because you might have the opposite of it, okay? But this is for the one card. Now, then that leaves this pattern that you need for the other. There's a card in here that looks like this, all right? So that's for that pattern comes in. And then this pattern is where this one comes in. So that's that pattern. So I'm going to, because I don't want to cut into, I don't want to cut Carolyn's because I need to cut for myself, but I am going to start from the full sheet, not to confuse you guys, but just to start from the full sheet, I think. So that's where you find everything in this catalog here. Yeah, I'm excited. And here's, when you flip the page over, that's where you can see the stars, the stamps bigger, and then how the bundles marry up. Okay, so that's where it comes from, is in the catalog, the mini catalog. All right, so what we do for this class, like this class, when we do ink, paper, scissors, this series, I should say, this series, and then Stamp-A-Stack series, when we do those, we cut the paper together as a group, okay? So I'm actually going to be starting from the full sheets because I was afraid to cut it, I'll be honest with you. So we're gonna do a little cutting, and we're gonna get the pieces and the sizes that we need, and then what we're gonna do is fit them into where our kits are, and then we'll go from there. Now, I do have a disclaimer. I don't have full sheets, you guys. This is what I have. This is my leftovers. And I have lots of different scenes, right? I have the manger scene or the Bethlehem scene. I have the desert scene. I have this city scene, you know, that one. But I'll be honest, I used up this pattern and I used up this pattern, and I'm going back in my head. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I don't have it, and I don't want to open up another pack of DSP just to pull out like 2 mats. So I've been toying this in my head for the last 2 hours. What am I gonna do? And I think what I'm gonna do is it's like this pattern right here is so interchangeable that I think, and I don't want this to confuse anybody. That's why I've been toying in my head. What do I do? Do I cut up Carolyn's, or do I we figure it out or cut from this. And I think you guys, I want to teach you a lesson about it's okay to interchange designer series paper. So I think that's the road I'm going to go. And I'm not going to cut into Carolyn's. I could have called Diane and said, Diane, can I trade you paper? And then I'm like, no, I don't want to bother Diane for 2 pieces of paper because it's really this piece and this piece, I'll be honest, that I kind of like, I'm short. And I'm not really short because I can use this piece up here, and I'll show you how you can. There were 3 star patterns on this pack, and it's this one, and this, and they're interchangeable. So it's going to be a moment, and we're going to do it, and it'll be okay. So let's start with this one first, though. All right, this card is the one down here. So as a group, we're going to cut this. I'll try to go slow as well. Anybody that is taking this class with me, you got the PDF. I think I messaged it or sent it out to you last week, Tuesday. You guys should be blown away that you got the tutorial a week before class. Like, holy Moses, that doesn't ever happen. This scene right here has it going down like this. And then I'll show you. So I'm going to start this. How you guys will have your paper started. You're going to start with a 6 inches. So not this piece. We're going to use that on my other 2 cards. And you are going to have, what you're going to have is either this side or this side. So you can see on my card here, it was this side right here. But for you guys tonight, I'm going to show you this side just to show you how I would cut it. Pretend it's mystery night. Use what you have. Debbie Gass, that is exactly it. That's what I want to share with you guys. Like, the cards are going to look the same but different, which is okay, right? All right. So I want you guys to know that this is about 6 inches across. Now, if you guys have this designer series paper at home and you want to make this card actually be the whole spread, like versus cutting this, you could have used the 4-inch section and then use this section here and then use this one. And when it opened up, it would be continuous, would look super cool. You can cut into mine I got the extra package. Nope, we're not gonna. Thanks for putting that out there, Carolyn. I appreciate it. Hi, Carmen Sanders. I'm gonna try to do it without it, and we're gonna show you it is still okay. I think that's what I want to do. But I want you guys to know, those, especially if you have a full sheet, a 12 by 12 sheet at home, you could design this card and have the whole layout be across the whole thing. But since we knew you were gonna have a 6 by 6 and you were only gonna get one of these, we had to do something else here in the middle. We had to take a little strip and we actually embossed it with that hybrid embossing folder, but we didn't use the die cutting part of it. We used the embossing folder part of it. And we put that in the middle, so it still looks continuous. And then when you open it up, oh, look, there's stars in there. Very cool. Okay, so I'm gonna use this paper to cut. For you guys that have this paper, the size of this piece right here is 4 inches by 5 1/4. Easy. 4 by 5 1/4. And what you want to do is you want to cut it at 5 1/4 off the top and keep your village down here. All right. So you're going to cut it off the top. And then, so you're going to cut 5 1/4 and then 4 and cut that section out. And then what you're going to do is this piece that's left is going to get put here. And it's about, it's 1 7/8. But that's if you have that one. Now for you guys that have this one, if you cut off the top, you are losing a lot of your sky. If you don't want to lose your sky, if you want to keep your sky, you're going to want to cut off the bottom, because then you're just cutting off the, like, this dead grass down here. So it's going to be the opposite. So figure out which piece you have, and either you're going to cut off sky or you're going to cut off the dead grass. So, but the measurement, just so you know, the measurement is 5 1/4. And interchange, any piece will look great on the cards. Thank you guys. You're all agreeing with me to just go with the flow. I appreciate that. So in this case, you guys, I want to flip this and I want to cut the bottom off. And we're going to, it's 5 1/4. So cutting the bottom off. All right. So now that gives us the height we need, right? So that's good. Like that. And the thing is, for those that have this piece, I cut it at 4, and then I cut 1 7/8, and I cut that little strip off and left it because there's hardly anything over here. For those that have this one, I would start from the left side and work my way right because you have less over here. So this measurement of this piece right here is 1 7/8. I'm almost positive it is. It is. So I would do 1 7/8. So that's like 2 tick marks less the 2. So that's gonna go here, and then you need it at 4 inches. Okay, and so you're only cutting off 1/8 of an inch here is what you're kind of like throwing away, I guess. Not much, but okay. So there's that. All right, perfect. Now let's flip this over. So that's a scrap, and we have the back here. We have 2 panels here. Now that's where the top half comes into play. So you guys have your top half here, and you will have a 6x6 piece. If you remember, everything was cut to 6x6. So what you're gonna need, we talked about it being 1 7/8 inch wide. I'm just gonna cut off my little panels that I need. So this, you guys, is my extra part. So 1 7/8 plus 1 7/8 is 3 3/4. And so then we need this to be 5 1/4 high and 1 7/8. So your 2 back panels are 5 1/4 high by 1 7/8. And so just, you know, that's the back side of this. Keep them together because they might have it where your stars are cut right down the middle and you want to keep them kind of pieced together. So I'm going to put my left one on the top, and that's a scrap. And so that's what we need for this one card. Okay? I hope that made sense. All right, I'm going to set that there for the time being. And we're going to cut this then. Okay, so this one, you guys, this card took Diana and myself about 2.5 hours to design. It really did. Oh, it got us. All right, so what I'm gonna do for this is I'm gonna cut it at 6 inches so you guys can see the differences in what you have. Right, I don't think we used this top piece at all for anybody. And so you either got, so your paper got cut at 6, right? So you either got this half or you got this half, right? This one has more sky in general, and this one has more sand. So I think what you want to try to do is ultimately save as much sky as you can here and cut off the sand. And this one also is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, so what we're gonna do, if you have this half, you have to decide what 4-inch section you're gonna take. Are you gonna take like that 4-inch section, or are you gonna take that 4-inch? If you take this 4-inch section, you're gonna lose part of a star, but you're gonna have more blue. But if you take the 4-inch section from over here, you are going to have more sand, I think, because it goes up high. Over here, you're either gonna take this 4-inch section or you're gonna take this. I would definitely take this 4-inch section because you're not losing a lot of stars over here and your hill's kind of like that. So I think for this one, you can see here what I opted to do was cut through my star because you still had a lot of stars going on. And then I got rid of some of the sand over here. Okay, so just so I don't have to cut and choose a middle section of this, I'm just gonna cut this at 4. And I'm gonna work with this section right here. And then we've got our 4 inches. Now I'm gonna cut this off the bottom. I'm gonna cut this at 5 1/4 and get rid of some of my sand. And so you can see that it looks slightly different. Like this one has more pebble path going on in it, where that one had more tan. So you're either gonna have the one side with more tan and then the other one's got more pebble path. Either way, they're still pretty. Okay. Then on the inside, this is just a 5 by 3 3/4, and it's that sand. So that pattern, you guys will have, you're either gonna, so I'll cut it just so you guys can see what your starting point is for height. I don't believe we use this at all. So you guys need a section from here. So you either got this half or you got this half, right? So if you get this half, like this half, your sand hill is good. I would cut the top off. Where if you got this side, you got a lot of this going on and you want to save some spots for your words, you could consider taking some off the top and the bottom. Your call. So ultimately you need a 3 3/4 by 5 section. So what I did here for on mine, it's like I had this section and I used this section, but I'm not going to use this section because I'm not going to go to the middle of the paper. I'm either going to use this side or I'm going to use this side. And I think to keep it the opposite, I'll use this side. It's a little darker, but you can see how it still works. But ultimately it's 3 3/4 wide. All right, so this is, you guys will only have a little bit left over. You're not gonna have the other side, right? Because you shared that with somebody. And then it's 3 3/4 wide by 5. And I wanna cut off the top because there's so much of that top going off. Or if you cut off the bottom, you've got so much going on up there. So it's 5 inches tall, right? So this is the pattern that's gonna go right here on the inside. So you can see it's slightly different, but it's still ultimately the same, okay? So those are the 2 pieces of designer paper that go with this card. Hopefully you guys, let me know, is that making sense about how you're gonna pick different sections of your paper? I hope that is making sense. It's hard when you have a DSP that's so different like this. Oh, little baby, you're so quiet. Okay, then you guys, we have 2 cards left. And again, I don't have designer series paper left. All I had, I found this. This is what I found. This is the biggest I found. And I thought I could at least use those 2 in the middle here for those 2 pieces. And I think what I'm gonna do is use this right here. I think I'm gonna use this pattern. I can use it for this one, right? That's pretty interchangeable. But then I don't know if I can use it over here because this is a horizontal card. So I gotta see once how this is gonna work. This is an easy one. Another 5 1/4 by 4. So let's cut this at 4 and then 5 1/4. And again, you guys, I'm using a different pattern than you guys should be using this pattern. You're not gonna have any of this pattern left. I am using it because I have the other full pack. But all right, so just a reminder, you're using this pattern and it's 5 1/4 by 4. I just wanted to show you guys you can interchange the stars and life will be okay. All right, so I'm using this one. And then the inside pattern here is 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. Yep, 2 1/2 by 2 3/4. And now I have over here this piece. I could definitely use this. You guys aren't using this. Just a reminder, you're using the pattern that matches the outside. You will have 2 patterns, like 2 6 by 6s of this. You're gonna use one for your outer mat and then you're gonna dip into the other one for your inside. Okay, so that's 2 1/2 wide by 2 3/4 tall. So, I kind of like, oh, this is where you need to look at it too. I don't want to cut off that star or that star. So I'm going to save those stars and do my cutting so I don't cut them off. See? That's what I've got. So the measurement is 2 1/2 wide by 2 3/4 tall. And these are for the inside here. Right? So far, so good. You guys, again, you're using this pattern. I'm using this pattern. My inside's not gonna match my outside, but whoever gets this card is not gonna know that I didn't intend to do that, okay? All right, so that's that one. Now I'm left with this guy. Ah, dominoes. All right, let's get this back over here. Now this one. This one is, you're gonna, it's 4, so there's 2 DSPs, right? There are 2. It doesn't look like it, but there are. The background DSP is actually this bottom blue section over here. So I'll cut it at 6 inches so you guys can see where I'm starting at. Now we didn't use this, I don't believe at all. And then this is generally the same. If you got this half or if you got this half, it's about the same. I think it's a horse apiece. The measurement on this is 5 1/16 wide by 3 13/16 tall. And we wanted to save as much of the light blue as possible so that you could see the light blue. Now, I do need to call this out. I have the card right here. So Frances Rodriguez sent me a card in the mail, and it was this card right here. She completely bamboozled me because when I got this card in the mail from her, I thought that this was actually the dies for this bundle and the suite. I thought all of it was. I knew that the paper was like the color, the shimmer paper from last year, and I knew that this was maybe the pattern that I'm like, I can work with it. I can make it work. But I realized that these weren't. But we still cased. So Frances Rodriguez is the reason for the season. We ended up with this card because we totally cased this card to come up with this card. So it's similar but different. So we appreciate that a lot, Frances. A lot. Just so you know, like you helped us and inspired us for this class. All right. So again, we want 5 1/16 wide. So you're working with a 6-inch piece. You need to go 5 plus 1 little mark. All right. So I don't need this. And then now we're going to do 3 13/16 tall. Now we want to keep the blue stuff, the lighter blue. It's so much blue. Blue 42. All right. Oh, that's scoring. So this is extra. And this ends up being the background that is underneath here. Okay, now we have the hardest one. And this is the one where I don't necessarily have a piece for unless I use this one. But I feel like the stars should be going they're going up and down. And I feel like the stars are sideways if it goes like this. Like stars don't look like that. So we're going to get strategic here. And you see the background here? This paper that you're going to want to use for this one, you guys, that measurement is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And it has that very pretty background. So when you flip open the curtains here, you have a really pretty background. If I use this one, I'll see orange when I flip it. So I don't know if I want to do that. That might not be good. I could use this one actually. I might end up, because when you flipped it over, it's blue on the back side. So I could potentially use this one. And the other option is, what's the back of this look like? And I can't use this one because it's tan on the back, blue on the front, but it's tan on the back. And I think that this might be my only option because I have this piece right here, but I didn't know how I would make that work because it only will come down to here. And I need it to come down a little bit further. So I'm kind of like stuck. I might just use this one and work with it. You guys won't have this dilemma because you're not working with, you have your right paper. We're going to go with this and just see what happens. Okay, so the measurement again was 3 5/8 tall and 4 7/8 wide. So 4 7/8 wide by 3 5/8 inch tall. So 3, now I'm hoping I'm not confusing anybody by using a different pattern. That's not my intention, is to confuse you. But this is ultimately the top piece here that has the stars on it and that really pretty curtain that comes back. My curtain in the back is going to be a little bit darker of a blue. It's okay though. Okay, so again, that's the bottom piece. This is the one that's going to go on top. It's going to mat something like this for me. All right, now have you guys ever done a card like this? It's not difficult, it really isn't. What we need to do is get a pencil though, and we need to put a little tick mark right in the middle. So this paper is 4 7/8. Math is hard sometimes, but half of 4 7/8. Can you give me the measurement? Mary and Mary, the width of, I think if you're asking for this one, this is 4 7/8 wide by 3 5/8 tall. Okay? If that one. This one, 5 1/16 wide and 3 13/16 tall. All right. Susan, did that help? Are you guys, you need to tell me this is the top DSP, this is the bottom DSP. If you need me to repeat top or the bottom again, let me know. But this one's 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, right? It just nestles right onto that piece like that. But we need to do a little bit of work on this. We need to actually slice this up, okay? So what we need to do is go to the middle. So basically half of 5 is 2 1/2, right? But remember we were at 7/8. So we actually have a 16th less 2 1/2, which is 2 7/16. All right. So what you want to do on your ruler is 2 7/16 is the halfway. It should be the halfway point of this designer paper. So if you measure from here to here and here to here, it should be the same. But Mary, the bottom one here is 5 1/16 by 3 13/16. So 5 1/16 is just like one little, I don't know if you guys can even see my ruler here. 5 1/16 is just like one little mark past the 5. Okay, 5 1/16 by 3 13/16. So you guys have your little pencil mark right in the middle. Now, if you aren't good with a ruler and you don't know to do measurements, you could also take your paper, if you are wanting, you could also just fold it like this and make a little crease right in the middle there and go, and that could also help you mark it. Okay. Now that you have this mark right in the middle, you need to cut up 2 1/2 inches. I promise, in class, they were like, that seems so high. And I'm like, no, it's all good. It really is okay. So what you want to do is put your little tick mark. I don't know if you guys are, I'm not going to zoom in because it's going to zoom in. Oh yeah, here. Watch this. Okay, we're going to put this here. You guys can see my little tick mark right there, right? It's right in the middle at 2 7/16, I think. Your ruler here has a marker on it. It has a 1/2 inch mark. 2 1/2 is like right. Oh, I'm trying to look at this without moving my back and losing my seat. There's a mark right here that says 2 1/2. So I've got my tick mark where the track is, and I've got my blade where 2 1/2 is. And now all you want to do, trust me guys, all you're going to do that. That's it. Okay? It feels weird. It does. It feels really weird to cut it like this. But that is what you're doing. You're taking from your pencil mark and cutting up to 2 1/2. Okay? I promise that's it. This is it for cutting. We don't have anything more to cut. This is going to be the most stressful thing you have to do all night, I promise, is cutting this. Now we get to put together some really pretty cards. Okay, so what do you do with this now? We're gonna just roll into this card, I think. So this one, when you guys have your kit, this one, you can tell I didn't even put mine really in envelopes here. This one is, I believe, probably this card back here. Yep, little baby white lamb. Okay. So you're gonna want the kit that has a little baby white lamb. It has Mary, Jesus, and Joseph. Now the die is actually a lot bigger, and we were very conservative with our die cutters. So like this is what the die really looks like. But when it came to this one, this gold distress paper was out of stock. And so my die cutters were told only cut out the Mary and Joseph and like what's in the middle. So on mine, I cut off some of the wise men. But what you're going to need to do is you really are going to just want to round this up to make it look like that's her dress kind of, or her gown. Excuse me. And then this one too, you just take your scissors and like kind of end it. And you don't need these two things, that, like the edges of this is garbage then. So that's what you need for this. And then you have in your kit, you'll also have this star that's die cut out of the distressed gold. And then you'll have your base. You'll want to burnish that. Your head is spinning with too many numbers. Oh my goodness. So Becky and everybody else, you don't have to know these numbers. You just have to look at the PDF tutorial, right? Like all the numbers are written for you in that guide, okay? I take the time to write the tutorial, and then I have Karen who proofreads it for me, and Becky, Diane proofread it as well. So you guys, if you don't remember those numbers, you don't have to remember them. You guys that are taking the class with me, go look at the PDF tutorial. Everything's written there in measurement, like in writing, and you can work off the tutorial, okay? So, like, just know you're okay. Look at the writings. So this is your base, and you guys have 2 whites. They're not the same size. The outside white is bigger, and that's gonna fit these 2. And then your inside is matted on boho blue, and then a smaller white. So don't mix up your white pieces, right? The smaller one goes on the inside, and we want to stamp. We're going to stamp, oh, holy night. You guys, I have the frog, and you guys are probably thinking, she doesn't usually get the frog at night. I wonder what happened. I don't know, but it's there. It goes away, though. Okay, so what's really cool about Oh Holy Night is it's slanted. Like, you don't have to worry about making it straight. Oh, this is the only paper, but you have it. Okay. And again, you could use a different blue kind of starry paper. So this Oh Holy Night, I've got that like this. And it really wasn't that hard. It's just if you guys are not so familiar with 16ths, you could have either gone up or down with your measurements too. You didn't have to stick with the 16ths. So I know I've got photopolymer stamps here, but I'm going to just work it with having a little boho blue underneath. This has something on the stamp, so we'll clean that off, and then we've got just some stars there, right? So that's what we've got on the inside. And other than that, there's no stamping on this card at all. We let the outside scene speak the words. Okay, so gluing. We can get a little glue happy here. So this, and these all can get glued. So let's do, have you tested for what? I have no idea. Tested for what? I have a frog. If you're talking about my frog, I have had a frog for like 15 years. And I get it from my mom and my dad. And they say I can't have gotten it from them because they have theirs. And so I say I got it from my my grandma. So like, there's no testing needed in my life. I know that what I have is genetics, and I can't not like get it out of my life. So, I'll be honest, when I drink or I eat something the wrong way too, like that will make my throat get the frog. Yeah, I'm not getting tested for anything, Nancy, so you don't have to worry about me. If you're talking about being sick, I am not sick. I have not been sick, you guys, luckily, for 2 years about now. I'm going on that I have not been sick. It's been pretty amazing, you guys. I take zinc daily. I take vitamin C, vitamin D, and I take aminos daily. And I am just so blessed that it's been 2 years. It's so awesome. Like I know that that's not easy. Like not everybody can say that. So very, very blessed that I have a very healthy immune system. So I'm putting, you guys see this? All I'm doing is putting in the inside of my card like this. Hi, Paula Stewart joining from Ohio. Oh, no, Nancy, COVID isn't back again. COVID has been around and is never leaving COVID is never going away, you guys. I think you know that though, right? COVID will be, and I hate talking about COVID. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't talk about COVID ever. Like, if you know that about me, it gets me excited. And so I don't need to talk about COVID ever again. It's been there, done that, over it, and we're moving on from COVID. So you guys, I think most of you guys in my community, have you ever talked about it? No, because it's a thing of the past, but they keep wanting it to be part of our future. And it's like, no. See, you get me riled up with COVID, guys. I don't need to be riled up. We have to focus on card making. Okay. So this guy, so you guys look at, this was really easy, right? So now how do we do this? This is important. This is hard. There's about an inch here, you guys. There's about 1 inch and 1 inch here. Now, I do have my curtain a little bit back further on this side so that my lamb has room to like be next to them and be in the window. So that is a slight little difference. This is about 1 inch and this is about 7/8 of an inch. Like the trick for this is like you could put a pencil mark here at like 1 inch just so you have a guide. You can always erase it if you wanted. And then this one is about maybe 7/8 of an inch. Put a little pencil mark there if you want. Thanks, Deb Norman. I appreciate that. Everybody else too. Like, I'm over it. And we don't need to keep talking about it. So what I would do now, take your ruler, put your ruler just on like like with your paper facing like this, the ruler's just on the left side of it. And it's just on the left side of where the slice is here, okay? The reason you don't want to go right over it is because then your fold will be less of a fold, okay? So let's zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see this. All right. Yes, exactly. You guys are on point with me. You know it. We don't talk about it. We don't need it in our lives. This right here, and we said right here, okay? Now I did grab my bone folder, and you could use your fingers or your hands if you want, but like to me, the bone folder, you can wedge that right in here like this. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but let's look. You can see my pencil mark right there. It's really right there. And then you can see where my slice, I can see the end of my slice. Okay, so let's go back like this. I'm gonna take my bone folder and I'm going to work this, work it girl, work that like this. And you're gonna use that bone folder and help burnish this edge, right? Bring it up like that. You can see now it's perpendicular. And then that's gonna help put a crease there for you so that now you can easily fold this back without necessarily ripping this up here. Don't worry if you rip it. If you do rip it, it's gonna get covered up by some, oh, you can't even see it. It's getting covered up by some ribbon, okay? So you can burnish this lightly. Don't like crease it down because you kind of want this to look like it's flapped back. All right. So now that we got that one done, what you want to do is the other side, okay? Now I'm a righty, so this is gonna be a little bit hard for me. I'm trying to figure out, oh yeah, we'll go like this. So now I'm gonna put the ruler on the left side like this, and I'm gonna put it just, let's move this up just a hair. So you're gonna put it right up to here. You can see my paper ripped a little because that's where that white is, it's okay. Now put the ruler right to the left of here. And then you're gonna do the same thing with your bone folder. Kind of get in here, work it, girl. Get that up. All right, and now that will help you to fold that side back, all right? So that's how I would do that. All right. Oh, you're fine. You got me excited. It's good. It's good to be excited and riled up, right? All right. I think what people like about the community that we have is that we leave that kind of stuff out of this and we concentrate solely, particularly on crafting and being creative and positive, like encouragement and creativity. So yeah. All right. Now you know. All right. We are going to grab these black dimensionals because I feel like we can get this finished up. And what we're going to do is put a little dimensional on the back side of our curtain flap here. And then that's going to, it's that 1 inch in it. What was that, Hildy? It's that 1 inch in. Yes, Hildy, it was. Now, I think that this side was about 1 inch, and I did like 7/8 on this side. And I only did that because our little Baba white sheep, he needs a little more room. So I brought it back just a hair more. Okay, did you guys, was that okay? Did you kind of catch all of that? Now, just remember, you have the star paper, everybody. I don't have star paper left, so I'm gonna go with this. Now, if I have stars, like star stamps, I could stamp some white stars on this card easily. Okay, let's flipper this down with some liquid glue and get that adhered to the front of our cards like this. Perfect. Okay, so it doesn't pop out from the, like this one, you can definitely see that this light blue pops a little bit more, where this one kind of blends in a little bit more, but it's still gonna turn out okay, you guys. All right, ribbon. This right here is what you're gonna do. I did do like a support ribbon. So I've got it kind of like that. And I don't know exactly how much we're gonna use, so I'm just gonna cut a little bit, and I would use glue dots to adhere this together. Hi, Barbara Godby. Hope you're doing well today, my friend. This one can go right there. We're gonna put a glue dot right in the middle, and we're gonna kind of over that one. And then we're gonna put another glue dot right, oh, there's a honey. Oh, you guys, you might wanna, you can see where the cats are. I just found them. You might not be able to see them, but that chair right there, both of them, Honey and Hunky, are both sleeping on that chair together. All right, now I just found them. They've been behaving really well, you guys. All right, so then this is gonna go right here in the middle section, like that. Now, this is sticking up a little bit for me, so I'm gonna go grab another glue dot, and we're gonna put that kind of underneath here. And that is gonna go to help hold that. Okay, now the people, Mary and Joseph, I do have them popped up with some dimensionals on their upper body area. So we're gonna do a little one here and one here. And then what we're gonna do is glue the bottom flat. And there is a little section in the middle here of the manger where that little thing, that pops out right there. All right, so then this and our Baba white sheep, just a little bit of glue here. Oh, just a little bit. And then we'll put a little bit of glue on this one. Okay. Laura said, the first time I tried this card, I tore it, but with your help last time you made it. Yay, good. All right, so we're gonna slip this right in here. And then grab our little guy here. And then, very good. Now the ribbon, grab your scissors. Wait, we're gonna wait till we have our star down, because I always like to make sure, cutting the ribbon tails is usually one of the things I do at the very end once I know how everything looks. So you're gonna put that star, a glue dot, so it'll go right in the middle here. Push that down, and then you can take and get right in here and trim that and trim that. All right, that came together really good, right? Wasn't so hard. And then you guys will find our stars are underneath right here. Let's get these out. So there was a random star. So you could use a big one or a small one, whatever you want. That'll go right in the middle of that. Okay, mine is a little more boring. I know, I can see, I saw it in the camera. I'm like, that, it looks a little boring because of the designer series paper I used, but there is a way to work with it. And that is, I have some stars that are in this set. You know what? This one right here. Let's clean that. I love how you always work ribbon in, I know. So you guys are starting to know Gina, my friend Gina. Gina has been stamping with me since 2016. She used to design cards with me for classes back in the day, and then she took a big break, and now she's back at it again. I think we might use this and this. So I have a white ink pad here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just guess here. Should I go for it? I'm gonna go for it. I'm just adding my own stars, you guys. Gina and I, back probably 5 years ago, we made a commitment to ourselves that we were gonna try to use ribbon on absolutely every card that we ever make. It's not boring, it's beautiful. Well, wait now, Becky. Wait, let's get some stars added. I should have done this before I stamped, but I didn't know it was going to be kind of like, to me it looked a little boring. But we're going to do this right here, there, and then we're going to do this over here, there. How is that? We got stars in the sky using, okay, Tigger just left us. So we can get on our chair good. Using white craft ink and then some of the stars from the set, okay? It's a way to use that bluish paper up. And now to me, like very interchangeable. Good, good. All right, you guys, we got it. Hi, Gwen Simmons. If you want white stars, you could have splattered the white. You are right. You could have splattered with the white acrylic paint or white gel pen. Yes, loving this color card design. You know what? You're right, Gwen. I was trying to remember what the name of this card is. You hit the nail on the head. Thanks, Becky Gandolfo. Thanks, Ileana. It is a collar card. That is so accurate. That is a collar card. It's like, if you hold the card like this, one of my friends on my team, Bonnie, she made this look like a woman's blouse. And then she put some diamonds or pearls up here. And it looked like a lady's shirt. It's a collar card. Very good. All right, you guys, we got one done. Very nice. Yes, Deb, I definitely could go back and Stella with splatter. Splatter with Stella. Definitely could do that. Okay, we got one done. Let's set that one back there and we will pull this one here and let's grab our next one and let's see what we got in store for you guys. So this one, we're gonna be needing some navy ink and the kit for this one is the one that has a little arm in it. So you guys can see here, I went and I just quickly cut my card kits. This one, what you have in this is your arm, okay? You'll have a gold star that size, a gold star this size, and they were cut from the mat. And then you'll have a white piece that's gonna cover up the holes. Yay, okay? And then we have the star. Now this is what was cut from the hybrid. This, I don't have the embossing folder down here, but it's one of those where you have a folder and then you have die that cuts out in the folder and it embosses it at the same time. So super cool. And then you have 2 whites in your kit. You'll have 2 navies. And I bet my other navy is right here. Okay, you have 2 navies. These are basically quarter sheets. We are making good time. Quarter sheets, because these fun folds are awesome. Easy fun folds. So let's do our stamping first though. So this might be the hardest if you don't have this stamp set, what are you girls using instead? The stamp looks like this, right? It says, he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, right? You might not have that, but what could you do to decorate the back? You could do, you guys have those masks, right? You could decorate the back with a mask. You could find a background stamp and you could stamp a background if you don't have this. This is gonna be hard though, because if you don't stamp it straight or crooked, you might have to end up cutting yourself another piece maybe, but let's see what we can do. It's just white paper, so if you don't stamp it good, you can always stamp the back or try again, but we're gonna just see what we can do here. So we're gonna put it right about there, okay? Cross your fingers. Let this one marinate and see once what happens. So there's definitely opportunities if you don't have this. You guys, these cards were designed in a way that you did not have to own either one of these 2 stamp sets to make these cards. Oh my goodness, I can work with that. I'm good to go. All right, on the inside now, we have Joy and Peace. I don't know if I pulled out all the stamps, so let's see here. I might have to be careful so I don't have dominoes falling all over the place. We need Joy and Peace and Glory, this one right here. So, oh, and they're red rubber too. So we need Joy and Peace, this one, and then there's this big star right here got used. Okay. Look at me. I thought I was doing really good pulling all the things out that I need. So we're going to move that over there. And this one can fit there. And then that can come off. And we'll put that here. All right. So that one was good. So you have 2 whites for your insides. You love it. Good, good, good. All right. So let's just open these up. So glory to God in the highest. And that's over there. I should have looked at this. Let's just look here. It it's riding up the right here. So I'm gonna bring that down a hair. This is in the center. Let's go, let's guess. Okay. We're gonna try one more time and bring up that Y a little bit. Sometimes it's a guessing game, you guys, with these red rubber stamps. I don't know about you, but I would love for almost every stamp to be photopolymer so that you can see through it and like know exactly where you're stamping. All right, so there's that, that's good. And then we need to grab this join piece. Oh, that just barely fits on here. And we're gonna do that on this other one right here. All right, let's do that. So I left that one up higher so you have room to write a message if you want. So we're gonna put that. Perfect. All right, and then this little one, the Wee Widow one with the line of stars. This one I'm gonna actually grab. Hi, Judy Immel. Thank you so much. Diane and I were just talking about these cards today. We had so much fun designing them. That goes there. And then lastly, we have a star. The star is right here. Now, if you look at it, it's not that dark. So what we have to do is we have to stamp off. So we're gonna grab a little scratch paper. So when you stamp off, why do they make so many? You know, I don't know. That is a good question. I don't know. I don't know if, the photopolymer is usually cheaper too. So I don't know. I'm gonna stamp off. When you guys stamp off, make sure that you stamp off consistently. Like nice, even pressure all the way top, bottom. And then when you go over here, then hopefully it comes out good. Okay. We're gonna let that marinate. I don't know, you guys, they used to only have the wood blocks, right? And then they went away from the wood blocks and now they don't really have a lot of wood blocks. So who knows, maybe eventually they'll only have the photopolymer, but that's what we've got on that side, okay? So then what's left for stamping is there's just a little bit left with ink. And here, it's hard to see it, but the star here is actually highlighted with some white ink. So what we're gonna do is grab the white re-inker, which is up here. All right, and then we need to grab a dauber. The cat knocked it on the floor earlier. I do know that. It's gone, so we're grabbing a new one. But this is how I would highlight the star here. So let's grab a little block. All right, so grab a little block, and instead of dipping a sponge dauber into your ink pad, hi Shirley Vanderbloomer, you got your card today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've been sick. Oh, that's not good. So Shirley, I know your birthday was like a month and a half ago, but I wasn't gonna miss sending you a birthday card. So I hope you didn't mind. All right, so take your dauber and now put it into the white ink that's on your block. Yes, that is a good point, Nedra. Nedra said she likes so I'm just got a little white ink on here. And you guys, this is a fun thing to watch, using white ink on top of a dark embossed image. It's so cool. So Nedra, that is a good point. The red rubber has the foam. So you guys can see this, there's foam on these stamps, and that helps to, I always say a lot of cushion for the pushing. So it makes for a nice, crisp, fresh image, or like a really nice smooth. So we're gonna highlight over the top of the raised image. And what happens is it highlights the area. I don't know if you guys can see that even. It's just starting to illuminate it, is what I'd like to say. You can go back. So if you use your ink pad and dip into your ink pad, your sponge can start to get and leave like weirdness in your white ink pad. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me hold it up like this. Can you see that? How it illuminates the embossed area to kind of accent it and highlight it. So cool, adding white ink to it. Yeah, Shirley, I hope you do feel better so that you can enjoy your Thanksgiving. It's gonna be here before you know it. It really will be. All right, so let's do a few things here. We need to add tear and tape to the back of this because we need to add our ribbon back here. And we're gonna make ourselves a tear and tape sandwich. Oh, Mary Schreiber said that she was watching a blog where she used the stargazing DSP with the stamp set. That would be a perfect thing to use. Let's see here. I'm gonna grab our ribbon and we're gonna cut what we need here. And then that is here. All right, Nancy, you have a good night as well. Sweet dreams. Happy crafting to you as well. All right, so let's pick off our tear and tape. And we're going to put our ribbon, like, I have them slightly overlapping over here. So we're just going to, we're gonna guess where this one goes. I'm gonna guess right about here. Okay, and then we're gonna put this one. So one was a little bit lower and the other one's gonna go over the top of it and it's gonna kind of overlap in the middle. And I will say that this ribbon shows off better on this DSP. I'm noticing that the DSP that I picked is a little bit darker, and so the ribbon looks a little bit darker, I think, on it too. Yeah, so let's see here, you guys. So that's what we've got going on. And then I put these two waiting in the wings over here, just so that we can have them ready to go. And because I don't know if you noticed it, I broke my thumbnail. So I'm a struggle bus with the tear and tape. So we're just going to use the pick tool because that's what it's there for. All right, so let's wedge that off. All right, so that's good. Now, we're gonna do a little bit of gluing. We are going to glue, let's see here. This, if you glue the back of this and put this on here, you're gonna end up with glue through the middle. But what the trick is to put the glue on the top. The other trick is to not use liquid glue. You could use tear and tape, but if you use the liquid glue, it allows you to still wiggle with it a little bit. So we're gonna go like this. And then on this one, we're gonna go about like that. Okay. And then this goes on one of the panels. Figure out too if you have a top and bottom. Like how do you want your stars looking? So we're gonna put this right on here. Okay, and then this will go right onto here. Like that. Okay. Then this will get popped up. So I was almost done with these. So let's finish these off. So we can throw that sheet away. Very good. And then let's go over here and grab these like that. And then this will go. So another thing, you can use your pick tool to take these things off too, the backs. Like that. And then, yeah, isn't that very cool, Gwen, that you can see the white highlighting on the star? It's so cool. This goes right, center, top to bottom, left to right. This is gonna get popped up with some dimensionals as well. And I'm just gonna use the white ones because I can. Let's grab the glue scissors and I might just cut a few of those. Could add some there and up here, and just like this. That's good enough. Okay, pick those off. All right, if you poke down and then kind of, you see I'm kind of drawing the pick tool away from it. That helps to, oh, somebody brought a mouse to me. All right, then this is gonna go right over the top of this. It fits really nicely inside the rectangle. And then the stars. All right, glue dot or liquid glue, whatever you want. I think I'm gonna go for a glue dot here. Find one that's next here and stick your star into it. And then I think it was Tammy Sokolik that helped us envision this. So these two stars by themselves, they're like not so cool, but when you put them together like that, so awesome. And then this is gonna go right in the middle of our blue star. Again, you could use a little glue dot. Kind of put that right in the middle. Isn't that awesome? I love it. All right, now let's work on our inside. Okay, so you guys have an arm. The arm, ultimately, the ends don't matter. So there's a section here and there's a section here, and this side pops back and this side pops back. But ultimately this gets glued under and this gets glued under. So if, like I noticed on mine, this one's longer than this one, it's okay. It's not gonna make a difference at all. Yeah, Laura, I would have to agree too. It took me a very long time. I was not a converter away from wood block stamps for many years. It took me a long time to convert to red rubber because the red rubber stamps that they used to have, thanks Deb, the red rubber stamps that they used to have, they weren't cling stamps. And so they would fall off and I hated that a lot. So we have this and I'm looking for this, okay. And so it took me a long time to convert too. All right, let's do these there. So the arms. So this arm right here, when you open this card up, it's got like a connector. Hope the mouse is not real. Ha 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 ha. No, Vicki. It's Honey, and she brought. This is from Angela and Brandon. This was a Halloween gift. It's a little mouse that has bat wings and ears, and so this is Honey brings us, and Honey loves to play fetch with me, and she will go about 30 times last night that she went and fetched the mouse and brought it back to me. So this ultimately is gonna get glued like this. So what I would do, liquid glue here, okay? And you wanna make sure your fold is flush with the left side here. So just center it top to bottom, I guess is what I would say. I don't want it to be hanging over the edge. So just, if you need to get a ruler and measure top to bottom, you can. It's like 1 1/4. That's 1 1/4. So I'm actually, was really close. So there's the one. And now what you could do is you could glue this piece in here. You definitely want to get your tab down first, right? That's so important. Hi, Honey. She brought it back, you guys. Here's this. Okay, so that's gonna get glued here. I literally threw it about 20 feet away and she came and brought it back to me. All right, so now this gets a little glue. Make sure you got your front right. Now this is going to get, you wanna like line these up like this, right? Make sure they're flush on the top, bottom sides. Should match very nicely. And then what you can do is glue that and these two. And this one goes on this side like that. And then a DSP, hi baby, where's your mousey? Let me see here. If you cut yours in a row, you might keep, I think that's how that goes. I think I'm gonna do this, yep, I think I'm gonna keep them just like this. So that one can go here, like that. And then flip this side over and you've got one here. All right, so that was our connector. And then you need some gold stars on this one. Where's your mouse? Did you go get it, girlfriend? All right, so I've got a big one up here, right about there. Could do a small one over here, like that, and then you could do another one right there. If you really, really wanted to, you could put one in the middle as well. It might look super cool. Oh yeah, that looks really cool. Okay. Very pretty. I agree, Melody Miller. Look at that. Okay, so difference in cards, little bit of difference, but they both look really pretty. Again, that's just a different DSP. And then it opens like that. And it still sets up right, so whoever gets it can still set it up right. And we're gonna put one in the middle here. Okay. All right. So there you go. We got 2 done. All right. We're gonna keep cruising. We're gonna keep cruising. This can go right here, and we're gonna work on this one next. All right. So there's a lot of gluing. Let's move these out of the way. And this one is in this kit. So this is definitely a glue happy card right here. Now, if you guys want to use any of your designer series paper that you have left over to decorate your envelopes, I'd go for it. So in this kit, you have your base, right? So make sure to burnish your base like that. And then this arm flips back. Like I have a little canicle right there. Okay. Thanks, Elizabeth. Ann Bellinger likes it with the darker paper. Good. See? Variation, variety. All right. All right, so you got that bent back. Now, let's get glue happy. These, so you guys really do. You have these 3 are all the same die cut. And we'll go over that in a moment. But we also have here a white and a tan. This is for our back right here. You can see here, we're gonna stamp Merry Christmas and the stars there. And then our designer paper. So this pattern goes here. I had my left, so I think that goes like that. So let's flip these over. Okay, so we're going for it. Look at all that orange. If you are into Harley Davidsons, you could definitely use this orange paper to make some Harley Davidson cards. All right. So this one goes on the left flap over here, like that. This one goes on the right side, like that. Flip it over, and I believe this one, let's look at it really quick. Yep. So this one's gonna go over here. All right, this one's gonna go next to it. This is like decorating the front and the back. And then you guys could already glue this down too. This is your crumb cake mat for the back. Right here, like that. Okay, so there we're getting glue happy. Oh, I remember those and having to cut them out. All right, now let's do this one really quick. This, we need a sheet here. We're going to grab that white ink back and do our illuminating of our stars here. And I think I need a little bit more ink on here because I didn't put a lot to begin with. There's enough though. You don't need a lot of this. And you gotta be careful because if you put that in here and then you go right to it, it's gonna be sharp on the back. So you always wanna make sure you are delicate with it. Like look at that, it's nasty. That's not what you want, okay? So work that out of the system, and then when you actually go to it, do it, you can hover over really lightly. And it just puts a little bit of illuminating onto the raised images so you can kind of see them highlighted now. Okay, we gotta get that little guy up there. Okay, now that one's done. And there's no reason why, ooh, there's no cover on there. Haha. There's no reason why we can't put that in here like that. Now we have a little bit more stamping to do. So let's grab the label. We need our mat here. So let's grab that. And this stamp is so cool. It says, wishing you the best and brightest holiday season. All right, and then we're gonna grab, so Navy ink is definitely getting a workout, and Team Blue is loving this. All of the blue, so much blue. All right, you wanna get that centered in here. So this sentiment is meant to fit right in this die cut label. Okay, so there's that, okay? Then we have Merry Christmas. And that, hi baby girl. This Merry Christmas is here. And this is another one that's so cool because you don't have to worry about it being crooked because it's already crooked to begin with. It goes up like that. See? It's straight, but it's crooked. Hi, little girl. All right, then you need some of these stars again. It's actually this star right here that I've got on this block. Oh, that's too small. Hang on. We gotta clean a stamp. What's up, baby? All right, we're gonna stamp off here. Get that clean. And, hi. Put that right there, grab this. And this one is also at second strength. So we're going to ink up, stamp off, and go at second strength right over on the side here. Pow, love it. Oh, look at Carol with all of her blue hearts. I love it. So cool. You usually give me the purple hearts, friend. All right, so I think that's it for stamping. And we can continue to do our gluing. So let's do a little bit of glue here. And flip it over. And that goes here. Look at that. Okay. You guys ready to see what happens here? All right. Who is the baby? The baby's Honey. She's doing good, Catherine. She's wanting me to play fetch with her, and I'm not really doing it because we're in class. All right. So we have here for you guys a sacrificial lamb. There's one here just to help cover up the background. And why did we do that? Because this is actually the same size. These labels are the same. But what we did is we took our scissors, or you can take your trimmer, whatever you want. You cut it down the middle. Okay? And then what you're going to do, put a little bit of glue like that and like this. All right? And then you're going to capture the bottom here. Make sure you're flush on the ends and that you have about an even amount, like that you're not too high or too low, that you're just right, like that. Then you're going to capture the top and slide that in place. Okay, now this is all fine and dandy if you're putting this card or this label right onto a card. Like if it was just going flat down, you could just leave it. Carol Honest, there's my purple hearts. I love it. But what's happening now is when you put this down on here and you can see the back, that looks crappy to me. Like it looks scrappy, right? So what we did is we put an extra one. So you know what? Karen Forward did the die cutting. So Karen Forward, Tammy Sikolik, and her mom Sandy. Those are my three helpers for the die cutting. We put an extra we call it a sacrificial lamb, and that goes right on the back, and then that's gonna help this look clean for you. And I almost forgot this, but it was about a week before the die cutters were supposed to be done, and I'm like, oh shoot, Karen, I forgot to tell you we didn't need 108 of these. We need 216 of these. And so she went to work and she got all of the labels, the other 108 labels cut so that everybody has 2 of those in your kit. It's really funny. Like people ask, why did I get an extra label? Well, that is why. Put it on the back like that. And it looks really clean and neat on the back now. Good. Hopefully that explains that. But we also now need to add our ribbon to the card. So let's grab our tear and tape, one waiting in the wings, one on the back left side, And you want to make sure not to put it over the halfway point, right? So grab your ribbon, and I've got it starting underneath about the D here. And catch that tearing tape, make a little loop, okay, and then bring it back, make a little longer loop, and bring it back. And I'm slanting it as I do it. And then grab the ribbon scissors, and I'm gonna cut like that, and that's where you have the one waiting here. Flip it over and push that down into it, and that will really help hold that. So you've got a loop, and a tail. Okay? Hi, Mary Gunn, watching the Chiefs, but I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving as well. See you in a couple weeks. Yes, so Mary Gunn, I gotta tell everybody this. We have Craft Roulette on December 8th. So if you guys wanna watch some stamping fun on the fly, that's your time. I'll be Mary Gunn's guest crafter. Whoop, whoop. All right, so here's what oh shoot, I already messed up. You don't wanna put any adhesive right there, you guys. So we're gonna put one on this side, but so that we don't risk going over, what we're gonna do is put the dimensional there. And then we're gonna have that one get picked off. And now center this left and right. And just take and trim that. Oh, it's good. So you're gonna center this left and right, and maybe like a 1/2 inch from the top. And that goes onto your card front. And now look at that. That is why we gave you a sacrificial lamb for back there. All right, just like that. Okay, now there's stars at the top. There are stars. Let's see which one's here. I'm gonna use this rando on the side here. And we're gonna put one here. You guys, did you notice I haven't used any Stella yet? She got the back seat tonight. Oh, Lisa can't wait to make these. Good, good, good. And then this one can go up here. I do have 5 on this one. You don't have to use 5. You could easily get by here. Let's see. If we do 1 here, 3 would be fine too. So here's what it looks like with 3. Very pretty. Still good. You got your back all done. So cool. And then if you do 5, you got 5 across the top. That looks good too. All right. So that one wasn't so crazy, right? Now that we had the paper all cut, we got that one done, we've got that one done, and we've got that, and we have one left to do, and it's my favorite. Can't deny that I like this card a lot. It took a lot, but we got it. We got it. I'm so happy that we got this one the way we did. All right, and what we're gonna do is clean a little bit. All right, so we got that clean. So Sherry Stewart, I am connecting you right now to Carol Alanis. So Carol wanted to reach out to who paid it forward. So you guys, so Sherry Stewart, you're right here. Carol Alanis is right here. Sherry Stewart paid it forward, a card class that she had earned, and she paid it forward, and it got paid forward to Carol Alanis. And so we made Carol Alanis's day the other day by letting her pick out a card class, compliments of Sherry Stewart. So, so Carol, you were wondering about, like thanking the person who gave it to you. And so you guys know you're communicating at the same time right now. So just so you know, okay? All right, so you guys, there's lots of pieces in this one. The die cutters, oh my gosh, you guys, they had a heyday with this. So you have your little espresso scene. You have the navy scene. You have a camel. Alice the camel had 5 humps. Alice the camel had 5 humps. So go, Alice, go. Here's a cream, little Baba cream sheep. You have a distressed gold star in your kit. You have a little beefer. You guys, I did call it a beefer. My mom, whenever we're driving down the road, if she sees any sort of steer or livestock, she says, look at the beefers, look at the beefers. Beefers. Okay, a pebble path donkey. a manger of espresso, and then you have a white inside and a double card here. So there are 2 cards, and that is because this one opens up like this, and then it opens up like this. And my story is that Jesus was born, and then the animals were there, and then the shepherd and wise men came to visit on this scene, and then we have the stars brightly shining. So this one, I'm loving this one. So let's burnish our edges first, because we always like to get that done. Not a lot of stamping on this one, but I think we'll do that first, just so we have it done. So you have to be very careful, though. We are going to be stamping directly on designer series paper. You guys don't see me doing that very often. Moo-moos, yes, beefers and moo-moos, you got it. All right, let's clean the navy off of here, and then we're going to use espresso for this one. And make sure your inky dinky doo is really nice and juicy. We're just stamping Oh Holy Night. It was late December, back in '63. All right. Be careful. You really get one shot at it, because it's like you could use the other paper, but you won't have the sandhilly on the bottom. But anyways, let's just get it good. It's crooked like this, which is fine. So there's a lot of forgiveness. You don't have to worry about it being straight. Aw, Carol, you're so sweet. All right, so there's our Oh Holy Night. And then what we're going to do is grab the Stars Are Brightly Shining. And that's this one. And I don't remember what color we did it. Espresso. Okay, so here's our Oh Holy Night. Very good. See, it shows up. That's dark enough. I'm good with that. And then we have the Stars Are Brightly Shining. And then that's going to go, again, there's forgiveness with this. Like, you can put it going straight or crooked and it doesn't matter, because it looks good. It looks so good. All right, and then we have the other stars in here. Those guys, these guys. So we want to grab a scrap here, grab the piercing mat, and it is not that one. Oh, it's these guys. Okay, let's flip these out. And got a little white ink action going on there. So we're gonna flip that over. And I'm just looking what I did. All right. I don't know if we ever duplicate what we do, but let's. Oh, that's brown. Ha ha. Let's shut the brown ink and move back to navy. All right, let's clean this. Otherwise, we're gonna get brown ink in our navy ink. I'm so glad, that's why you test things, right? Otherwise, you might end up with the brown stars, dirty stars. Okay, so we're gonna do one here, one there, one there. I'm alternating, I'm not going all even. Do one off to the side there, up there, there. So we just added some stars in the sky, and that's it for stamping. I think that's it for stamping. So let's get glue happy. All right, so this, you guys are gonna be like, whoa, that's a lot of gluing. Okay, and this. So let's see here. Trust me, this will be okay as long as the cats aren't anywhere near here. Okay, glue, 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 glue. All right, this is the outside. Okay, so that goes on the top. There's no ribbon that goes behind, so there's no reason why we can't just get that put down right on there. Okay, this, make sure your fold is on the right, and that will go on the inside like that. Right, so it opens like this. Yeah, this one is this is my favorite too. All right, this one goes on the top now, on the crumb cake. the cakes of the crumb. Go right there. Okay. And then this opens up. And now we have our inside piece. This is like a card in a card. So Mary Lemke made me the biggest card of my life when she sewed a blanket. And she actually made a card out of a blanket. And the blanket opens this way and the blanket opens this way. And it's a card blanket. All right, so there you go. Now we can get a little bit more glue happy. So this scenery right here with everybody and the animals. It would be really nice to have some black dimensionals, but I don't see any here, and I don't know. I don't have any. So we're gonna work with white, but we're just gonna do them small enough that you can't see them from the side. If you have black dimensionals, I would highly encourage the black dimensionals. So we're going to do a few dimensionals behind our peeps here. Here and here. All right, then grab this guy. Oh, that one made it to the floor. All right, and then we're gonna put a little bit of glue along the bottom. So I popped up near the top and then glue along the bottom. So this should be the entire die cut for this one. All right, Mary Jean Keeper, we'll catch you later. I hope that you feel better, that your upset stomach and your headache go away. It is not good. Sorry to hear that. This is gonna go right about here, and we're almost done, you guys. We're on the last card, and we did really good with all that cutting that we had to do. We did phenomenal. So then this little guy and the lamb, we just have a little bit of stuff to put on our card, and then we'll have this one done lickety split. All right, so our little moo-moo, our beefer, and our Baba vanilla sheep. I feel like you are too high. We're gonna bring you down a hair. Okay, and then this moo-moo is right there, just hanging out with him. The little Baba sheep is hanging out right there. So that's what we have for the inside, right? And then that's done. So now we have this. All right, this is another one where you really didn't need the entire thing. So you most likely will only have Mary Joseph and the babe, and you'll need to use the scissors though, just to casually cut from a certain spot up here to kind of, you won't have your peeps on the side here. I do because I wanted to show you, you really just cut them off. You could, like we didn't put them in with your card kit because we didn't really need them. And then you're gonna have a camel, and the manger is the ribbon part though. You guys, we're gonna wait to put these 4 things on until we're done with our ribbon. Now, I will tell you, when we designed, beefers and the girls, when we designed it, we really didn't have ribbon on this card, and it was an afterthought to put the ribbon on. So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this. We're gonna grab tear and tape, and we're going to run this tear and tape right through the middle here. It's just wide enough that you don't have to cut it in half. And there's that. And then we're going to put, I think we are gonna just cut this right down the middle. If you have 1/8 inch tear and tape, that would work too. But what you can do is put that right about here and right about there. Okay. And then like that. Pick those off. And we're gonna do one side first and then the other side. Okay, so grab your ribbon. You're gonna start from the, okay, you do wanna have this kind of flat. You don't want it angled. You're gonna start, I'm gonna grab from underneath. Okay, so I'm going to go like this because you ultimately want the end to start right behind where you caught that tear and tape there. And then it goes under, up and over. And then it comes around this back and goes like that. And I got that tear and tape so it catches it on that back side. And then for now, I'm just gonna cut it down here because I don't know how I'm gonna, if it's like gonna stay like that. And just so that I don't have to finagle that, I'm just gonna cut about 6 inches of it. And we're going to catch it on the back. It goes through now, like that, right? And then kind of weave it around the back, and then it goes this way. You could keep going if you wanted, or you could like let it be like that. So now the question is, are you liking it like that, or do you need to finagle it at all? So I might just unhook that a little bit and make it more curvy like that. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Get that, yeah, do the same thing over here. So I had it flush, like flat, but it will curve better if it's angled like that, I'm noticing. You know, like that. And then you can cut that little bit off the top there. And so now that is coming out there very nicely, all right? So what we did is we used the dimensionals now. Okay, so I have a little bit extra going on there, but we're gonna cut, we could actually use the side here because I bet that this would work perfectly. Oh, it's just a little wide. You know what we're gonna do? If we can successfully do this, oh, I don't know if we will. That didn't work so well. That did not work well at all. So we're just gonna put that here. This one can go on this side. So this is, I did use black dimensionals on the other one. From the side is where you really notice that. So we're just gonna cut a little strip off the side here. This is where the edges of your dimensionals work really good. And then this can go right there. And I'll be honest, when you go to put this down, you get one chance. So you wanna make sure you have this lined up as best you can. All right, then this one's gonna go over here on this side, like that. Okay. All right, we're almost done. We have to just do this top part yet. So let's grab, oh, right here, look at this. There's a spot right here. And we're just gonna cut this in half. It's too wide. I have to cut that a little bit. So if you don't like cutting your dimensionals, definitely use the edges and you'll be very successful just using the edges. But this is just a little bit too wide for it. So we're gonna cut the Humpty Humps off here. There. Okay, I think we have enough on the back here. It's a hot mess of dimensionals. All right, this is where I was saying you guys get one shot. If you put this down and you have it crooked, it's gonna be really hard to pull it up. It really is. So try to figure out how high or low, middle, where you want it. I'm gonna go right about here and then bring that like that and like that. Cool. And then you can cut your ribbon there, cut your ribbon there. And that's, I mean, if you guys, you could use these. These could be little tails or loops if you wanted behind a card, or you could throw it away. All right. Now, these also need to have, we're gonna do some dimensionals behind them. Let's grab this one right here. All right, so they're gonna be right about here. And then the camel is kind of in front of the manger, like that. So I don't want to put dimensionals where his butt is because it's already popped up because of the manger. So we're gonna only put a dimensional under there and a little one. You know what? Let's use this. I don't know if we can use that for, it's really skinny. See if I can get that to stick. Nope, not really. So we'll try this one right there. And then, so that'll help hold that up. And then what you can do is put a little bit of glue right over here. And that will help hold that down on the manger. And we're gonna put that, got a little white thing right in the middle there. Let's get you out of there. Okay, so we're gonna put that right about here. And then our donkey, find a little one on the back side here, and then you could put a little bit of glue under the head. So like that maybe? Nope, it needs a little bit more of a dimensional over here. So let's put that as well. There. Okay, so far so good. And we have a star. So you could use a glue dot to put that on. You could also use liquid glue, but you could do your glue dot. That goes in the middle, up there. And either a big or a small gold star. That's all. It was just one right there in the middle. Okay. Whew. Thank goodness for the replay. I definitely agree. Well, this was a lot, you guys. We're already like the cutting took a lot. I definitely know that there was a lot. This was an intense workout for our cutting of our designer series paper. I'll have to say that this was by far my favorite card. This one too, if you wanted. This one would be good to, you could Stella your Alice the camel here if you want. You could also Stella Eeyore and Joseph and the crib and Mary and Jesus. You could do your manger, very pretty. You could do your stars up here like that. What is Hildy's idea? Oh, think this can be done for a wedding card and using white instead. We just need the groom and the bride. Yes, absolutely. So when my brother got married, I don't know if I can find the picture really quick. It was back in July. I'll show you. They did an arch thing too. Let's see if I can find back to July really fast. I have lots of card pictures. I do. Lots of card pictures. Cat pictures too. Here's the wedding. Let's see if I have it. Oh man. I do. See? They have like the arch thing like that. And they have it full of flowers, and you could have ribbon coming around, right? You could do the manger scene, like you could use the pavilion or wood structure here and put flowers on it too. Super cool. Yes, good idea. A nice use for a wedding card. Use the arch and add flowers. This was a workout with the last card. You know, and I'll tell you, we double checked, triple checked, and quadruple checked. And we counted that you had a blue Mary Joseph baby, that you had a camel, you had a donkey, you had a star, you had the brown setting in here too. I feel like that didn't stick, but oh, it didn't. I must have ripped it off. We made sure that you had your vanilla sheep or your lamb, and that you had your beefer or your moo-moo. There, that's better. We double, triple, quadruple checked all the bits and parts. So if you guys are missing anything, I challenge you to look on the floor, look on your sleeve, look on your boob, look on your lap, look on your pet's underbelly, look around. And if for any reason you're missing something, you can't find it, you've looked and looked and looked, and you don't have the die set to cut your own and you need something, just let me know. We can die cut something and always send it in the mail to you. Yeah, so here it is. So that's the one side, and you open it up. There's that. And so slightly different. You can see that there is a difference in the cards, but not enough for the person that you're giving it to know that there's anything different. I did notice that there aren't stars underneath here, so it looks kind of naked of the stars, but you could stamp some white stars in there, just like we did on that other card, to add to it. I think my favorite thing was adding this ribbon around like this, and then putting that gold star and the star in the middle over that. Like that was I enjoyed that a lot. And like I said, the ribbon was definitely an afterthought on this card. It was not something we originally had, and we had it all finished. We're like, we didn't put ribbon on this card. And we almost had a bird because we're like, how do we get ribbon? This is ink, paper, scissors. Every card needs to have ribbon on it because everybody gets ribbon. So that's what we came up with. All right, so let's bring them all in, y'all. Let's see what we got. So this one can go over here. And got that one, and this one. So I know I've been hearing a lot of people say The first and the last were favorites, these two. That I could see that definitely being the case. Let's grab that. Dimensionals can go back here. We'll be making this tomorrow. Watch the replay for your, yeah, so for those of you that are new to me, you're hearing the underlying theme that people are watching the replay. They're watching the replay. Definitely watching tomorrow. Watch it again. Like a lot of people watch the class first to get an idea of how to make the cards, to see the general assembly process, and see how I would do it to make it most efficient and to be seamless, right? Streamline the putting it together. And then they go back later and either rewatch it, or they could fast forward or like zoom to wherever they need to go to get to the parts where they weren't quite sure or they need help. And then they can start it, stop it, pause it, whatever they need to do to get the cards made. So, Susan says her favorite is the star card. So star card, stars card, star card. So Susan, which star card? And Carol loves them all. Thanks, Mary Carls. Mary Carls, I don't know if my mom texted you, but she was going to reach out to you to let you know that she has your translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack, and she's going to put it in the garage for you to pick up when it's convenient. She also has your Be Happy Stampers team shirt. Yay! So you got that coming your way. Ileana says they are all beautiful, but she likes the last one. I know, you guys. I saved my favorite for last. I generally do that a lot. Thanks, Susan Bellamy. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everybody as well. Yay. Faye says she loves all these cards. I have friends get my religious cards this year. 3 have last them out. Wait, I gotta read this differently. I have 3 friends want to get my religious cards this year. 3 have last them out of last year from last year's ones they received. 3 have last them out of last year. Oh, I was trying to figure out what you meant, Faye. I think I got it. The big star. Okay, good. Thanks, Susan. It was funny, like, which star card? All right. So I think we can clean this guy. You guys, what we're going to do quick. I appreciate everybody being with me. I know we went a little bit over I always try to keep class down to 2 hours, but I didn't want to rush through the die or the cutting too fast and have you guys confused on that. So we definitely took a little more time on that. I'm going to do a little door prize drawing. And I also I brought some last ink, paper, scissors. So my ink, paper, scissors, thanks Linda Hall. My ink, paper, scissors cards, thanks Rose. My ink, paper, scissors series is about 2 years old. And it always, you get ribbon embellishments and now designer series papers included. For the first year, it didn't have designer series paper, but we've been including that for a while. Can you guys see my chamois? It needs to get rehydrated. I definitely need to give it some love. I brought some, when we kit up, we sometimes have extra because either people back out or if we thought more people were going to sign up. So we have a couple. So in case you like the concept of what we do with the ink, paper, scissors, where you get a ribbon, embellishment, designer paper, and 4 card kits, I want you guys to know I have 3 from past that are left. And I think I have 1 queen bee, but I have the bright and the beautiful balloons one, which was from June. So you could go to my calendar from June and look up that one. I also have July, which was Season of Chic, featuring Earthen Elegance. I have a bunch of those, and I have 1 left of the Garden Walk from October. And so you get the ribbon embellishments, and so I got those 3. And then I have 1 queen bee. And the ink, paper, scissors for next month that you can get signed up. Yes, Jennifer loves. This is her favorite class series. This is for next month. So you guys can get signed up for this already. This is called Gorgeously Made or Masterfully Made. I don't remember what we called it. It's the Gorgeously Made Suite, and Masterfully Made, I think, is the name of the bundle. I love this one. So my die cutters are already working on die cutting for this. We put a number in place. We're over half full. I think we might have 30 left out of 84. So I think you guys are loving them. This is, I got a shout out to Angelique McClendon. Angelique sent me this card, some happy mail. And we cased this card and came up with this card and used it for a class card. And she taught us how to do the paper and make it super simple and easy. I love it. And This was a Share, Create, Inspire layout from Susan Bellamy. And then this was actually the mystery card layout for the month of November. So we took some different layouts and we made them into this class. And so this is next month's ink, paper, scissors. It's $32 for porch pickup or in person with Diane, or you could do $39 and have it mailed to you. And it will come with a quarter pack of designer paper, those sequins, and then the ribbon that has the blue azure, the lemon lolly, and the bubble bath. Really pretty ribbon. Oh, Sharon Davis would like the garden walk for October. Oh, Penny Powell late again. All right, Sharon Davis. Oh, and Angelique wants the queen bee. Oh, I love it. I can close those out then. So yes, Sharon Davis, this is for you then. I'm putting your name on it. And Angelique, I will get the queen bee out for you. That means those two are gone. Garden walk it was just this one was left over. And actually what it was is, it was the one that I saved for myself, and I cut extra kits to save this so that somebody else could have it as a kit and versus me. So I kind of gave up my kit. Thanks, Carolina. Same to you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. So Sharon Davis, I'll be in touch with you about this. And then Angelique, I will be able to add your queen bee to your kit that's going out today. I'll set it off to the side. I'll go get it. So we did it. Okay. All right. Good job. So showcase, you guys. So tomorrow on the docket is mailing out everything that's over there, everything on the counter. There's probably about 50 packages that we're mailing out tomorrow, if not more. There was 56 for game night, and then there's probably 70 or 80 packages we're mailing out tomorrow. So we're gonna get that done first thing in the morning, and then I'm so excited because actually Diane and I are gonna get together and we're gonna design the suite class for January, like way ahead of the game. It's the Be Mine suite, and that's what we're featuring in January. So we're gonna get those designed. So I'll be able to share them with you when I do my showcase. I talked about doing my showcase either tomorrow or Wednesday. The showcase is for December, the December classes that are coming up. And if I do it tomorrow, just know it'll be around 3:30. It'll probably last about an hour and a half to share with you what's coming up for December. There's not a lot for December, so it might not even be that long. But if I do it, I'm going to try to be live by 3:30, 3:45 at the latest. Okay, so that would be my plan. And otherwise, it'll be Wednesday morning. I am going to share with you guys, study these for next month. I want to share with you Gina's stuff. Gina, below on my team, she has her 2 classes that are coming up. You'll love them. She brought these over. All right, so if you guys are into scrapbooking or memory making or memory keeping, you are, yes, Penny, I would highly recommend watching. Can you put me down for Happy Thanksgiving? Sherry Stewart, what does that mean? Can you put me down for what? I could definitely hope that you have a great Thanksgiving. So this one, you guys, is not the 27th. It is the 29th. But look at this beautiful scrapbook layout, you guys. If you started doing Gina's scrapbook, her classes in August, she did August, September, October. Oh my gosh. August, September, October, November. This is her 4th one. You would have 8 pages in your scrapbook. Look at this. So cool. She's going to be teaching this class on the 29th, which is next week, Wednesday at 10 a.m. But if you get the kit from her, you have to provide your own 12 by 12, but you get all the die cut pieces here to make your collage scene. And then there's a 2-page spread and a cute little present up here, some little paper. And then all you have to do is put in your pictures. All right, Connie Moore, sounds good. Oh, Sherry Stewart, yes. I can definitely get you on here for IPS. All right, I got a note there. Okay, so you guys reach out to Gina. So Gina's on my team. It's her phone number's here. Take a screenshot of this if you want to reach out to get signed up with Gina for class. You don't go through me. I have too much to manage, right? So if you want to do class with Gina, you can reach out to Gina personally. So she also has her technique class is featuring gift cards. It's Monday, December 4th at 10 a.m. And these are the 4 cards. So if anybody is local to me, I just told Diane Bogenhagen, I'm like, Diane, I want to sign up for Gina's class so that she can do all the work, cutting and prepping everything. And let's have like a little party here and we'll get like some people together and do her class. in the hive. Not when she's doing her live, but later on. Yes, Diane Myers, I do have some translucent florals left. If you are interested, definitely at this point, reach out to me via my email or phone number. So they're all gift card holders, right? So that can go like that, and then you put a gift card in there. This one opens like, oh, wow. That's cool. It's got a little fold here, and there's a pocket here for a gift card. Okay, so if anybody's in the Fond du Lac area and really wants to take me and call me out on doing this class and wants to get signed up with me, we'll sign up for Gina's class, and there's a little gift card that goes here. Like, she does all the, just like my classes, you guys, she does all the die cutting. All you need to have are stamps, inks, and adhesives. All right, so there's that one, and the last one is here. And then I have, when I do my showcase, either tomorrow afternoon or on Wednesday, I will show off also, Jenna Helms has a bunch of classes here that I will share with you guys as well. And there's the last one, and another little gift card holder there. So cool. So she is a very creative and a great designer. You guys, I learned a lot from her back many years ago. She helped me with colors. I would have everything purple, right? And she helped me mix and match and figure out what colors are complementary and go together, and picking out paper. And so, yeah, so Diane Myers, I do. If you want the translucent floral Stamp-A-Stack, we kitted them up today. It could ultimately go in the mail like very soon. And it would include the roll of iridescent ribbon, the discs, the designer series paper, your card packet, which is enough to make 16 cards. You got your envelopes, and it would be these 4 cards that you would make. And so, yeah, it's $55, and then shipping is $13. So I kind of put it in a big package. So yeah, that thing always moves. All right, so you guys, let's do a little random number generator here and pick a door prize winner, or 2 actually, and we'll see who wins. Can you show her email again? I sure can. Here you go. Let's flip this down. So you guys, if you want to reach out to Gina for any of her classes, GinaLBulow@gmail.com, 920-251-3618. Glitter and Ink with Gina on Facebook. You could screenshot this too if you wanted right now. Okay, so that's Gina's stuff. You guys, I love it. Gina and Jenna are rocking the classes. They're doing very, very good. Like, they're happy. I think they're happy. They're like, Gina has, I think, 4 or 5 people signed up already for her scrapbooking class, which is great. You know, when you're first starting out, to have 4 people signed up at a class is amazing. I love it. All right, so I have a list, and it has 108 people in it. So I'm going to do my random number generator, and we're going to put 108 in there. But Diane had 16 people that took this class in person with her. And if it happens to be that one of the winners is an in-person person, she does other things with her in-person people. I'll just draw again, because I'm going to have somebody that is doing the online class with me. I'm grateful to get a hold of. Perfect, Diane. Okay, so we're going to get number generator. We need to go to the page where this is so we can see who the winner is right away. Okay, so 108. Okay, 108, and hit generate. That rhymed. 32. And that's an in-person person, so we're going to skip ahead to number 13. 13 is Shirley Malarkey. It's right here in the crack. Shirley Malarkey, you are the winner, chicken dinner. You are number 13. Good job. Okay, I'm going to circle that. Okay, and we're going to go out and come back in just because it refreshes then. And we're going to click the word generate and see who wins now. 48. In person. Oh my gosh, we're going to do again. 66. Angelique McClendon. Yay, Angel. You're the winner on The Price is Right. Oh, just kidding. So we have Angel and we had Shirley Malarkey. Okay, so both of you girls have packages going out tomorrow. So I will make sure to pull my Happy Mail cards and include a little prize for both of you in your packages. So yay, go Team Purple is right. Woo, you guys. We did it. I know it's 8:30 here where I am. So it took us about 2.5 hours for class, but it's okay. this was an intense class. We had fun folds. When you have fun folds, it takes a little bit longer to explain things, and it takes a little bit longer because we cut our designer series paper. So you guys have the benefit of being able to go to the bathroom or go have a snack or talk to your family while while we're having class, where I don't really. Well, I can kind of like entertain with like Honey and Hunky if I need to, but or Tigger, but I'm gonna sign off with you guys. It felt like a Friday for a moment today because we were live Friday, we were live Thursday, we were live Monday. We're gonna be live most likely again tomorrow, and then I get some days off for Thanksgiving. So, all right. So I'm gonna let you guys all go. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thank you so much for being with me for this class. I thoroughly enjoyed this class. I loved making the cards with you, and I loved the inspiration that came from the whole idea of doing the bride and groom with an archway and having the ribbon coming around. I can't wait for one of you guys to make that card and show it to me. Share a picture with me, and then I can share it for everybody and just say, hey, share this picture with everybody so they can see the card you made. I would love it. Find a bride and a groom and put them underneath there. I think that would be so cool. So yes, a big congratulations to all the winners. Judy Sharp, I know you're still out there too. I have an email from you about the hotel for Onstage and the room. And so I got to get back to a couple of people. So I'm going to try to work on emails a little bit tonight. So if you get an email from me at like 1 a.m., you know I'm catching up on my emails like normal. So, all right, you guys. I'm going to say lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to everybody. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Enjoy your week ahead. Don't eat too much turkey or stuffing or dressing or any of that stuff on Thursday. And if you do, go out and get a walk in. So get some stamping in as well. And we'll see you guys probably most likely tomorrow or Wednesday morning for the showcase. All right, you guys. I love you a long time. We'll see you later. I'll count to 10 just in case it ends early. 1, 2, 3.